Happy Friday, everybody. Good afternoon. Should have sound now. How's everybody doing? Anyone get an email today? Yep, today is all right, somebody got the email. That's good. Today is a special edition of the VIP show. I won't spoil the surprise, but well, if you already told them, I guess I'll spoil the surprise. Yeah, because it wasn't a trade alert, Sean. It was just a position update. Telegram. There it is. Let's make sure this gets set here. And we're just waiting for Roger. Crude oil just broke above the VWAP over lunch. Yeah, you're welcome, Ken. 203 people in the Zoom room. And how many people do we have on YouTube?
I don't know. I'm going to find out right now, actually. Good morning, everybody. Go to YouTube so that people in YouTube can join us. Only 27, but it does fill up as the day goes on, and it is Friday.
Way too many.
It is Friday. Hey, Darren. Hey, Naples fan. Hey, Bancroft. How are you? How are you guys doing? Yeah. Say hello to everybody here.
There we go.
All right. Got Tebow, Allen, Anfi, just old Bob, Robert, Petro, Ken, how are you? Jody, Tebow, Ed, Bodine, D2, William, John, Sanjay, Angie, Stacy, Peter. Good morning, Peter. David, Art, Ken, Sanjay, Bryant, Michael, Doug, Ken, everybody. Bryant, how are you guys? Good. Hope everybody's doing well. Lee, how are you? Manuel, Petro, good to see everybody. Hope everybody's having a wonderful, wonderful Friday. Let me get my TC 2000 up here, and we can begin. Right? What's the point of waiting here? Close that. Open it. We can begin. Now, today I'm going to do something pretty special, or I don't know if it's going to be special, but it's going to be a little different than usual. Instead of giving you guys my stocks, I'm going to look at your stocks. And if I like the stock, I'll look at the option. If I don't like the stock, I'm not going to look at the option. Why would I look at the option if I don't like the stock? So I'm not ready yet. Let me just turn up my TC 2000. All right. There's no market on Monday. No market on Monday. And my goal here is to show you guys, or for you guys to get a confirmation of how good your analysis is compared to mine. So you could see if you're starting to get better. Because if I keep doing it for you all the time, so I created my list of the top stocks right here. Okay. And if any of those stocks that you guys call come out on the list, I'll call them out as well. Also, we're going to be looking at stocks for swings. I don't really want to look at the intraday chart, and I'll use my bar chart for now because I have my VWAPs set there. So let me just grab that here. We're going heavy duty today, right, Matt?
That's right.
Heavy duty.
Special edition.
Special edition, right? Good for you, Richard. Nice, nice. I like that. All right. I'll start. I'll go a little higher up. Now, folks, one to a customer, okay? So let's just see, and I'm going to do this pretty quickly because I don't think I'm going to like a lot of them, but maybe I will. Let's see. All right, let's start with Spotify. From Charlie Michelli. Let's start with Spotify. Spotify would look much better yesterday than today. Yesterday, the stock was breaking out. The fact that the market's up and Spotify can't get it up today is a sign that it is not a good stock to buy right now. Now, if you're already holding it, that's fine, but I wouldn't be buying Spotify right now because you don't have clearance right now. You want the stock to be doing this right now. So overall, in principle, I do like the stock, but I don't like the entry. Okay. Raymond, Sophie, let's look at Sophie. Spotify is not on my list. Let's see. Sophie is, but again, my list doesn't mean it's not, just because it's not on my list doesn't mean it's not a good stock. I could have just missed it. I like Sophie. I like Sophie a lot. And also here, you could check this out. You could also draw this trend line here. You could see how we broke this trend line right there. The only thing I would say, Sophie looked better yesterday because yesterday the market was down. So I think you're off maybe by 1 day. So I like Sophie, but I wouldn't be chasing it. Okay. I like Sophie, but I wouldn't be chasing it. All right. Siva. Let's look at Siva from David. But I do like Sophie. Just yesterday would have been a better day. All right. Well, the stock is a little choppy, but it's not looking bad. It's actually looking pretty damn good. I'd love to tell you something bad about it, David, but I really can't. The only thing I don't like about this chop is it's got a bunch of wicks, and it's a little choppy here. It's a little choppier than I would like. A little choppier than I would like, but honestly, it doesn't look bad. And it's got a nice, and you got a nice breakout right here from the channel, so you got something to lean on right here. So, I mean, it's not a perfect 10, but it looks great. The only thing I don't like is I would like the trend to be a little more like this than like this. But considering how the market's been the last few months, but see, even here it's choppy. That's what I wanted to see. It's choppy. It's choppy. So it's a little too choppy for me, but it doesn't look bad. Okay. Hey, HG, happy weekend to you too. Wolf, let's look at Wolf. I hope this is beneficial to all of you. Steve has VST. I'll look at it in a minute. Hey, Marshall. VST Wolf to the downside. Now, it's not a choppy stock. It's pretty smooth, actually. I mean, it's got a little chop, but it's not nearly as bad as the other one. The stock has to break. The stock has to break below all this here. Has to break below this bar, or at least below all of this. You got three levels of, you got an 8-day in the VWAPs here. You got you got a 3-inch wall here. Okay. You got 3 areas here, and it's respecting it pretty damn well. So I would first make sure we would break down below this level. Okay. All right. Whenever the market's closed, I'm closed for business. Those are my days off. When the market's closed, I have nothing to do. I'm like the Maytag man. Maytag man. All right, I'm going to try to get to all of them. Okay, why does NVIDIA not look good? It's pinched between the 50-day and the 100-day moving average. It's got all of these VWAPs, and it doesn't have any clear trend right now. It basically looks choppy. So what I would maybe do with NVIDIA right now, I probably wouldn't because earnings are coming up, but I would consider doing iron condor on it. But, I mean, look at this. Can you put this chart across the street from 10 feet away from you and figure out which way it's going? I can't. All right, SMCI. I'm just going in order. I'm going in order. Don't double dip me, okay? Because once the clock hits one, I'm out of here. The stock isn't doing anything. It's literally at all the VWAPs and just glued to the line. I mean, does this stock have any directional bias? I mean, I don't know what to do with this stock. I wouldn't know if I should be going long or going short. I wouldn't know what to do with this damn thing. Now, if this stock breaks down, we'll talk then. It's a pretty smooth stock. It's not that choppy, but it's not doing anything. Well, it is doing something. It's respecting the VWAPs. It doesn't know. It doesn't know if it wants to go up or down. Okay. Folks, try to give me good stocks, like stocks that are good stocks. Don't give me obvious bad stocks, because that just shows me that I'm doing a bad job trying to teach you anything. All right, now we're talking. The stock looks good. I mean, it's a little choppier than I would like. It's a little choppy. Look at all the wicks. Just go back and do you see a lot of wicks? Wick, 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 wick. Doesn't glide. But at the same time, I could find you a lot worse stocks. And look at how it does here. It's very choppy. It's not looking bad. It's way too choppy. It's way too choppy. You're going to get a lot of back and forth. If you want to increase your win rate from 65, 70% to 85, 90%, you're going to start identifying choppiness. Next one. That's what. Next one. Citibank. Let's look at Citibank. Citibank is actually on my list today. So I think we finally found a stock that's on my list. I like it, but a little too far gone. Look at the 8-day EMA. Needs to pull back. I like it, but a little overdone, a little overextended, especially in this market cycle, a little overextended. Got to have the moving average. Look how far we're from the 8-day EMA. Where's your stop going to be here? Here, when it just comes down back to its range, this looks like it's too much of a deviation. Volume's good, too much deviation. Now, if it starts consolidating and the 8-day EMA comes up here, then it would be perfect. Okay, SITM. Debbie Stone, SITM. Let's look at SITM. I'll be damned. See, this is good. It's not a bad looking stock. I'm not familiar with this stock at all. Not too choppy, a little choppy, but everything's choppy around here. It doesn't look bad. I don't see too many wicks. I like how it's closed from the 8-day EMA. I like how it's above this level. The only thing I would say, Debbie, is maybe wait till we get above this little area here. I like it. I like it. I like it. I like it. I'm not gonna and I'm trying to be critical. I am trying to be critical. Nice, Richard. Glad to see that. Ray, Roger. Hey, Roger. Thanks, Rich, for the. I love it. Love it. Love it. Hey, George. How are you? We're doing something different today. We're doing something different today. I'm letting you guys pick stocks. Apple. Hopefully, you guys are learning. Agilent, overextended and choppy. Look how choppy and look how overextended it is. Look at the 8-day EMA. Right here, it would be good. But it's still, look how choppy, look how much chop this stock has. It doesn't move elegantly. You better be buying a longer-term options. Doesn't, it has too much chop. Folks, try to stay away from this. This is what you're trying to stay away from. You understand? Kevin, good morning. And again, I'm going back to 1206 right now, so I'm behind you guys. Edward, ISRG. There's only 95 comments that I have to get through and about 6 on YouTube. 65 people on YouTube. Let's get this. Let's see, 348 here. ISRG, look at how far it's above the 8-day EMA. Now it does move pretty good. It's not a choppy stock. It's just overextended. So I would wait for a pullback. I would wait for it to get back to this zone, or for it to start consolidating, and for the 8 day to catch up with it. Okay, not choppy. So far, we're getting a lot of overextended stocks, and we're getting a lot of choppy stocks. Uh, SAP. Let's look at SAP. Too gappy. Get too many gaps. Too gappy. What's going to happen when it goes against you one day and you have an option? Roger, I'm getting screwed on my option. I'm down 50%. Don't get into gappy stocks. Look at the gaps. Look at all these gaps. Look at all these gaps. Why do you want to put yourself in that position? Just saying, Gary. I mean, Greg. Excuse me, Greg. Sean, CMG. Let's look at CMG. I don't want to hear commentary. I just want to get us ticker symbols. We don't have time for commentary today, Sean. Like, what am I even looking at? I mean, you got gaps. It's got to come down below this level here for a short. There's nothing about the stock that I like right now. Let's move on. MNST, very volatile stock. Give me stocks that I give you for trades. Don't give me worse stocks. Give me better stocks. MicroStrategy is looking great right now. The only thing here you got to pay attention to is you got this. It's looking great though. Just broke the VWAP. Last I checked, I mean, look at this thing. This thing is smooth as butter. Not gappy. Looks good. The only thing here you have, so you got some room here. You got some room here, okay? Next one, BS. Actually, no, it was Roblox. Roblox. I know it's a great stock because we traded, so I know it's a gliding stock. Look at how well it moves. Smooth, it's not jaggedy. Slides. Holds its direction well. But it's a little too far above the 8 day EMA. Right here would have been okay, right? As it broke out, right there. This is too much. This is a good time to profit take on it. BSX. Hopefully this is helpful to you guys. Because again, me doing my stocks, I mean, you already know my stocks. Not too choppy. Nice clear trend. Love great directional bias. 9 out of 10 for not too choppy. It's got a lot of wicks, so it doesn't have a lot of. I wouldn't day trade this stock. Let's put it this way. Just a little too far from the 8 day. You probably want to do it like right here, or maybe on a pullback to the VWAP right here. If you were swing trading it, not a bad stock. Just a little overdone right now, but not a bad stock at all. Not a bad stock. Palantir. Let's take a look. Brian Palantir. I like what I'm seeing, but you got this VWAP right here, and then you have this. So if it breaks above this level, I mean, you can buy it a little. First of all, it's a little too weak right now. I do like the stock, and I like what I'm seeing. If I had the stock, which we do, I wouldn't be selling it right now. But I don't think I would initiate. I would probably wait to initiate till we're back somewhere in this area right here, or till we break this trend line right here. And I think that, I think that would coincide with this trend. But there's some stuff here, but I do like the stock and I love the trend. And I'm familiar with it, so I know it trends really well. Just one stock, ENQ, not two. One stock, John. One stock to a customer. EQT, nice looking stock. Really not. I mean, this is not a choppy stock. That's a turbocharged stock. But again, it's a little too removed from the 8 day EMA, which means we need a little pullback, or we need this to move sideways so the 8 day can consolidate. Okay. RGTI. I don't know why we would be looking at this stock, Neptune's phone. Please, please don't post stocks like this. You're just wasting my time. And no, you're wasting everybody else's time. Constellation Energy, uh, a little too much, Alan. A little too much, and it's pretty gappy. Pretty gappy. Not doesn't have to get no too risky. Too dangerous for me. Costco. Let's look at Costco. Obviously, it's not ready yet. Good stock, not ready yet. Has to come above this level, as you guys can all see. Now, anybody posting this will tell me, I could tell you, Deanna, you're not looking at my indicators. So, folks, please put my indicators on your stock and then give them to me, because if you don't, it'll be very obvious to me. And yes, I give them to you every day, 2 hours a day, 10 hours a week. So don't tell me you don't know how to find them or how to get to them. Not a bad stock. Not a bad stock. Not a bad stock. Not too choppy. A little choppy, but not too choppy. Acceptable. Acceptable if the options would be good. I'd like to have bought it right here on this bar, but if you can get this to pull back to the 8-day, you could probably talk me into it. Not a bad stock, and I love how it's breaking out after this consolidation on high volume. So, I mean, it's not. I mean, it's not a perfect 10, but there's a lot of worse stocks than this. It looks good. It looks good. Doesn't look bad. Doesn't look bad. Marvel. Marvel, I think I just first stock on my list this morning, actually. Right here. Marvel, right there. Like Marvel. I like Marvel, and I like what it's doing now, which is hence why it's on my list. I'd like to see it break above this, but I like Marvel. I like it so much that it's the first stock on my long list today. Doesn't mean it's the best. It just means it was the first one that I had in mind. Why can't I draw a trend line? See that? You're right at that breakout level. Doesn't look bad at all. And look how close you are to all the averages in case it's a boo-boo. And I want to tell you something else, folks. A good trade and a winning trade are two different things. Don't be so hard on yourself if you don't make money. Be hard on yourself if you break the rules and get into bad-looking trades. If I take a loss on a trade, but it was a good trade, meaning a good setup, and I did everything right, I couldn't care less. If I start making stupid mistakes, or if I start making stupid mistakes and making money, I'm going to take that money and burn it. It's the worst things that could happen to you, making money by accidents. Ivano, Pega. Let's look at Pega. Nice and smooth. Smooth as a baby's butt. Look at that. Nice and smooth. Not a lot of wicks. A little choppy, but you could work with this. The paramount issue here is it's a little overextended. You wanted to buy this stock right here. This was the day to buy this stock. So you're 2 days late to the party. Okay? Merck. I don't care if you want to buy a put or a call or what strike price. I'm just looking at charts because nobody really cares about what option you want to buy. That's a personal decision. Now, what do I do with this? What do I do with this stock? Rob is a gambler. He likes to anticipate. Rob likes to anticipate. Unless you're really good at what you're doing, don't anticipate. Learn to react. Wait for confirmation, Rob. You want this to break low. You want us to break below this level right here. Until you break this level, you might as well buy a put and a call because you don't know where it's going. Now, if you have a crystal ball, maybe. Karen, KKR. Don't give me stocks that I would give you. Don't give me stocks that I wouldn't give you. And I only give you 20 of them a day, so by now you should know. Nice, Richard. Nice. I like KR quite a bit. Let's look at the longer term chart. Now it's not choppy at all. A little gappy, but only on news. I got to tell you something. I like the stock. As a matter of fact, I like it so much that it's the 8th on my list right here. on this morning. I was like, I like the stock. How come I didn't look at it? Yeah, I did. KKR right on my list. And you can also, if you want, you could. Why is this so difficult to do today? It's hard to draw trend lines on this thing. It's easier on my other one. Anyway, it's nice. It's nice, and I like it. And I'd love to give you a reason to say no, but I honestly can't. There's that. There you go, Karen. I'm not looking for anything, Anfi. People here can tell you exactly what I'm looking for. Uh, Tesla. Let's look at Tesla. I actually was looking at Tesla right before we came on the air. Funny enough. I like Tesla right now. I like it. I like Tesla right now. I do. I do. I do. I do. I don't know if I like the market right now, but I do like Tesla right now. That's three stocks on my list you guys are finding. Like where this is going. Notice it's not overextended. I like Tesla right now. And I like KKR too. GEV, 100. I'm not going to be able to get through all this. You guys are just keep piling it on me today. So I'm not going to get through all of this, but I'll get through as many as I can. Um, just a bit overextended. I mean, right here would have been best. Right here. This would have been your entry, or right here. A little overdone right now. But I like it. I like the stock. It's a little choppy. Look, you got a lot of things, but it's not a bad stock overall. It's a little choppy, especially the last several months. But before that, it was looking good. So I would say this is a 7 out of 10, a 6.5, 7 out of 10. I like GE better than this one. AJG. It doesn't look bad at all, actually. And it's not on my list. I love how it's. Now, remember, I told you guys a lot of times stocks will drop below the moving average, consolidate, and start coming back up. Looks good. Looks good. I really do like it. Let's see if it's choppy. Again, I'm looking for reasons not to like it. I like the stock. I do. I like the stock. You won, Manish. I like the stock. Please, Tony, I'm not interested in your matched pairs. I'm interested in a stock to see if it looks good. UPS. I don't know why I'm looking at the stock, Jody. Let's continue. Tech. Let's look at tech. I don't know why I'm looking at the stock, Jason. AVGO. Interesting. Interesting, interesting, interesting. A little choppy. It hasn't broken out yet. It's got to break out, but potentially, yes, potentially. It's not horrible. Vanish said I entered AES. I'm not going to help you with anything. I'm asking to look at stocks. This is what we're doing today, unless you want to take up everybody's time, Vignesh, which I know you don't want to do because you're a caring person who watches out for everybody else here. Let's see here. You only get one bite of the apple, folks. We just don't have the time. Yeah, but I do like Tesla. Um, a little too parabolic for my like, but doesn't look too bad. Doesn't look too bad. NEE. Oh, NNE. I don't know why I'm looking at this stock, Lauren. FMX. I honestly don't know what you even want me to tell you about that stock. I don't think anybody knows what it's doing. This is a beauty. That is a beauty. That is a beauty, beauty, beauty. Peter, did I tell you how much I like this stock? Now look at that. No chop. That's a nice looking stock, Peter. The only thing, that's a really nice looking stock. The only thing I would do is I would wait for this to break a little bit lower. Like I would put my stop, my stop, my alert like right here somewhere. A little. I would want it to break all this. But talk about not getting any backlash. Look at that. What a beauty. What a beauty. Uh on. I think on was on my list this morning. I think it was on my watch list this morning actually. Yeah, this stock looks good. I think I sent you guys something about it this morning. It's a little choppier than I would like. It's a little more choppier than I would like, but I love how it's breaking out right now. And I love how it's telling this area here, FU. I like it. I like it. I do. I do like it. EQT. Let's look at EQT. Folks, there's 167 messages that I haven't got through, and I only have 30 minutes left. If you have already posted a stock that I've already gone through, please delete it. Can you do me a favor so I don't double dip? Okay. Like the stock. I love the stock. I've traded the stock many, 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 many times. It's a little overextended. I'd like it right here. I'd like it right here, right here, maybe even right here. Honestly, if I had my choice, it would be right there. I would buy the stock right there, right there. A little too much. A little too much, too much. I don't know what to expect next quarter, Bob. That's not what we're talking about here. Please give me a ticker symbol. Anything beyond the ticker symbol, I will not read. I think I've made that quite clear. I like it a little overdone. I would need to pull back. A little overdone and a little choppy too. I'm genuinely trying to help you guys. HD. Let's look at HD. Cheryl, I could look. Cheryl, like I could look at. Hey, Matt, can you close my door right now? Thanks. Um, Home Depot looks good right now, except a little choppier than I would like. Maybe a 7 out of 10. But I like what I'm seeing right now. I do like it right now. I do. Now, TPR Cheryl's been on my list all week. I mean, it's not really your stock. I mean, maybe it is your stock, but everybody here knows I like it, and everybody knows why. But I'll very quickly go through this again. The point of this is a learning exercise, so you could see how close you are to finding the perfect stock or how close you are to finding a dud. I like this stock a lot, but this is time to get out of it now, not to get in. I like it a lot right here. And we were in the stock for a few days, I believe. I like it right here. Still looks good, but a little overdone right now. A little overdone, going a little too parabolic for me. But I love this stock. IONQ. No. Too choppy, too gappy. I mean, it looks. I like the pattern. I don't like I don't like the wicks, and I don't like the chop. I don't like the back and forth. So I don't hate this stock, but I wouldn't be buying the stock right now. Probably be a second tier if there was nothing else out there. I mean, it's not ugly or anything like that, but it's just there's better stocks than that, in my opinion. One second. Okay. I don't even know why I would. I don't know anything about. I don't know why you want me to look at this stock. And if I don't know why you don't want me, if I don't know why I'm looking at a stock, then I don't know. I mean, it's just pure choppiness. It's got wicks everywhere, and it's too far from the 8 day. I mean, this to me looks like I don't know what this stock wants to do with itself. Okay. H Viknesh, I explained that I'm not going to get into any of that. You're literally taking up people's time, which is not good. Don't ask me about your options. It looks nice. I like the stock a little overextended. I would prefer to buy it right here or maybe even right here. But I like it. Looks like all the good stocks are over M short. Let's look at M short. Too choppy. Too choppy. Too choppy. Too choppy. Too risky. Too choppy. DQ. Rebecca, what are you going to do with this thing? AT&T. Let's look at AT&T. Great stock needs to get above the 50-day moving average. Needs to get above this area. Not going to roll it over. Needs to get above this area. There's better stocks out there. Intuit was actually, I think, on my list earlier today, or I was really looking at it. I know that, and I like the stock. Let's see how it looks. It's a little choppy. No, it's too choppy. No, forget it. Too choppy. Too choppy. CEG. Let's look at CEG. Too choppy. Too not here, not there. I want fluid movement. SMH. Let's look at SMH. What am I looking at? What am I looking at? I don't even know what I'm looking at. GDXJ. Learn to analyze stocks. What am I looking at here? Why would I be looking at this stock, Stephen? I don't even know what I'm looking at here. Let's continue. And you're not putting your your VWAPs on the chart like I am. I don't know why I'm looking at this stock. Next one, NCLH. Yeah, yeah, oh yeah, yeah. A little choppy, a little choppy. Yeah. A little choppy, but not bad. Maybe a 6.5, 7. It's not bad. I mean, there's worse stocks out there. NEE. Not a bad stock, but are we buying it or are we selling it? What are we doing with this stock? You can't tell, and neither can I. So therefore, we're going to move on. KNX. Folks, give me stocks that I give you on a daily basis. No, no. Too choppy. Too choppy. Look at how many wicks it has. Wicks. Everywhere I look, there's wicks. It's in the middle of range. There's nothing here that I like. Axon. Let's look at Axon. Do we ever buy stocks that are trading below the 50-day moving average? Do we ever sell stocks that are above the 100-day moving average? Somebody's not paying attention. Netflix. Do we buy stocks that are below the 50-day moving average and below 3 VWAPs? I don't remember ever doing that. Folks, don't give me stocks that you like. Give me stocks that you think would make money based on my conditions. IBM doesn't look bad, and it's got a great entry right here. It just needs to get above this bar right here. Let's look at the trend. No, it's not that choppy at all. It's been moves pretty good. I like IBM. Wasn't on my radar till now. There's two levels it's got to break. It's got to break 229 and it's got to break 227. MTR. I already did NCLH. MTR. Wait. MTR. Let's look at the past. Like, I don't know if the stock wants to go up or down or just stay sideways. It's way too choppy. I mean, this stock defines choppy. Oh, MTR. Let's see. Is there another stock? Oh, there's an MTR. It's a wrong stock. There's 196 messages that I haven't gotten through, Matt. What do you think about that? No. The answer is no. AXP, American Express. We already did it. Monster, AXP. No, not AXP. AXP. Matt, post a link for the 2 o'clock class that I'm going to have. It's going to be the last time I'm doing A line. The stock looks beautiful. A hair overextended. This would have been a bear area, but we had earnings here. Not bad. Maybe wait for a little more consolidation. Not a bad looking stock. And I know we traded the stock many, many times. Not bad. A hair choppy, but you could work with this. You could work with this stock. It's got enough directional bias. Monster, we already did. Haas, let's look at Haas. Needs to decide that it actually does want to break down. So far, I don't see any evidence of that. So you're just getting yourself into a bunch of chop. PayPal. I like PayPal. I know I like it because I looked at it earlier today. I like PayPal. I like PayPal. I like PayPal. A hair choppier, but I mean, it is a FANG stock or almost a FANG stock. Doesn't look bad right now. Breaking out of this range. It's looking really good. CEG. Let's look at CEG. I think we already looked at it and it's way overdone and it's a little too choppy. Deck. See how many people we got in here? 400 people almost. And here we have 75. I like Deck. It's a little choppy, but again, I mean, it's hard to find a perfect stock, but I like it right now. You know, add it to my list. I like Deck right now. I like it. I don't know when earnings are, but I like this stock. And I love how it went down here, hit the VWAP, and powed right above it and went right back up. Matt, take a look at this when you get a chance. Looks good. Thanks, Pat. It looks good. Albemarle. The most important thing is for you guys to understand why I like a stock, why I hate a stock, and why I'm not even going to comment about a stock like Albemarle right now. There's nothing for me to say. Wes clearly doesn't know how I look at stocks or just ignores everything I say or doesn't use the same indicators as me. So what am I going to say to that? There's like a million reasons why I would not touch this stock. Wes, please focus on stocks that I actually like. IBIT. Yeah, it looks good. I was telling you guys this morning how much I like it and how it's finally broken out. It's very volatile though, so be careful. BKRB. Wow, Matt, have you ever seen me go through so many stocks in one time?
A lot.
I like Bank of Mellon. Hold on, let's see here. It's not choppy at all. It's very nice. I would maybe wait for it to come down to the VWAP a little bit, but I love the stock. Very nice stock. This is not a choppy stock, okay? WWD. This is great because I get to see what you guys actually like. I mean, look at this. Is it going up? Is it going down? It's very it's like a shotgun. No, I don't know about this one. Intel. Let's look at Intel. Intel. Let's look at Intel. Why? What are we? I mean, are we like starting to pick tops and bottoms now? Is this what this has all become? Already looked at Deck. Our Rocket Lab. Let's take a look. It's not a bad stock. I remember trading this stock, but it's just way too choppy right here. Way too choppy for way too much time. You know, guys, it helps to back out and look at like 9 months. You'll really start seeing things from a different perspective. NFE. This should help you have a wake up call right at the 200-day moving average. We love stocks, Mark. We love stocks that are right at the 200-day moving average. The biggest resistance level ever is the 200-day moving average. Do you think I would buy this stock right now? I mean, it's a smooth stock and it looks like it's turning around. It would have to go above the 200-day moving average on good volume. So the stock so far is moving up on no volume and it's hitting the 200-day moving average. This is definitely not a stock I would be looking at right now. Why did you pick that line? I don't know what line you are talking about, Michael. You have to be a little more specific. CEG. We already did CEG. Way, Way. And Annette. I don't know what Way is. Annette. I'll look at Way right now, but I don't even know what Way is. I like this stock. I know I like this stock. It's a little gappy, but it has great fundamentals. It doesn't have, I mean, it's somewhat choppy, but it still has a good trend. I mean, it's not jaggedy like this. And I do like this stock right now. The only problem is I would probably bought it right here. You still could probably get in. It's not a bad stock. Not a bad stock. Again, I'm looking for reasons to hate it, and I can't seem to find any. Oh, it's so much nicer with the air conditioner on, isn't it, Matt?
Mm-hmm.
Is there someone behind that door, Matt?
I have no idea.
What's going on over there? It's too choppy.
It's on the garbage can.
Yeah, it's too choppy right now, Jesse. It has to break away from. It has to break up. It's got a little look at it. It's got a lot of wicks. It's got a lot of wicks, especially here. Want to see a better breakout? You could find a better stock than this. You could find a better stock than this. ARM. Please stop. Stop, Greg. Stop. Folks, this is a perfect example of what not to buy or sell. If you want a stock not to buy or sell, this is a good one. Like, put this on your chart and put do not touch crap like this. Look, Greg, do you see the difference between a stock like that and a stock like this? Look at this and look at this. That is what you want. That is what you want. This is absolutely what you do not want. This is a no. This is a no soup. And this is good soup. Okay. UNG. I'm only going to go another 12 minutes, guys. Way too choppy. Good trend, but way too choppy. And natural gas has always been very choppy. PPTA. It's a cheap stock. It's too choppy, and I mean, it's not bad, but it's too cheap and it's too choppy. Look, it's not bad. It's not bad, and the high got higher here. I mean, this is not horrible. It's not like some, but I mean, I think you can find a better stock. But it's not bad. It's really not bad. I'm trying to be picky. I'm trying to be real picky here. I'm trying to use my standard. Okay, so like, what do you want me to do with this, James? Can you tell what this stock is doing right now? It's literally sitting at the 200-day moving average, finding support. Folks, I'm gonna give you a good tip right now. Watch Matt. Not one person's gonna listen to me, okay? If you can't find a good looking stock, take all the indicators off till you can. Because you're going to be relying on your stupid indicators instead of a chart. Stop using indicators till you know what a good chart looks like. Because if you use the best indicators on a bad chart, you're not going to get squat. But if you use the worst indicators on the best chart, you're still going to make money. Learn how to identify a good chart. This is a good chart. Good chart. See how singularly it moves? It doesn't have 3 days down, 3 days up. That way, if it goes against you, you have a lot less risk. You understand? Beautiful stock. And by the way, like you could probably, I'm going to add this to my watch list. You could probably convince me to buy this one after maybe half a beer. It doesn't look bad, and I like how it's bouncing off. Isn't it look good, Matt?
Yeah.
Nice looking stock, huh? That's a nice looking stock. And just maybe a hair more here. I like this stock. I'd love to tell you that I don't, but I can't. I'm not going to lie to you. RJF. That's a good looking stock. That's a good looking stock. That's a good looking stock. Totally off my radar, by the way. Thank you. It's a nice looking stock. Actually, a good, I would have liked it better yesterday, but that's a good looking stock, especially yesterday with all the stocks coming down. But I mean, you're a little late to the party. But honestly, I'm being very nitpicky right now, and I like the volume. I like this stock. I like this stock. See, it's not everybody. Some people got the good stuff. Some people got the bad stuff. I know I'm going to like this stock because I've been watching the stock. It's on my radar all the time. Beautiful. This is a beauty. This is not a bad stock. This is not a bad stock. Uh, that other one, ARM, this is what a good looking stock looks like. This is what a bad looking stock looks like. And if you can't understand why I'm saying what I'm saying, take every indicator off your chart yesterday, okay? That means you're relying too much on your indicators. They're not going to save you. 247 messages. I'm going to have a great time getting through those. That's a beauty. That is a beautiful stock. That's a supermodel right there. A 10 out of 10 right there. What can I tell you? CHD. What are we going to do with this stock? Look how choppy it is. It's got the VWAP. It's got to overcome this. It's got to overcome so many different levels. I mean, if you're looking for a bargain, it's very no. I already talked about PayPal, APA. Let's look at APA. Not right now. Not a bad stock, but not right now. We're between two. We're pinched. How do I? I mean, what do I do? Already discussed Palantir, RTX. I'm starting to forget. We've discussed so many stocks. I'm starting to forget. Rivian, nice stock. Ooh, look at that coming above here. I used to trade this stock quite a bit. It's not a bad stock. It's not too choppy of a stock. See, I like this stock. See, I'm liking stocks. I'm going to do this more often, Matt. I got to be honest with you. I like what I'm seeing, Hannah. I like what I'm seeing. Now, you got a lot of resistance areas above you, but if you want to take it for a short-term swing, I like what I'm seeing. Hey, Rich, if you're here, I can't go forward, so I can't see all your comments. I have 253 emails ahead of me, comments ahead of me, but I like this stock, Hannah. I like this stock. Good job, Hannah. Good job. That's why we're doing it today. RTX just got added to my watch list. I didn't have it on before. Well, this is good. No. What am I doing here? What am I doing with this stock? AS. Let's look at AS. That's a nice one. That's a nice stock. I would need to a little bit more upside, maybe a hair. Got to tell you. Now, I know this is one of our stocks. We've had it on our list for a while, but this is a nice looking stock. That's a nice looking stock. CTRA. A little overextended. I'd like to see a clear like trend, a build up to it, a little foreplay, a little too choppy and a little overextended. Not choppy. I mean choppy in a broad sense of the word. It's not choppy. It just doesn't have a clear trend and it's a little too all over the place, but it's not per se choppy. It just doesn't have a clear trend and it's a little overextended. It's actually not choppy. When it moves, it moves. But what I mean by choppy, I mean from a longer term perspective, just doesn't have a clear directional bias. So there's two kinds of choppiness. There's, doing this, and then there's just a good stock that isn't moving anywhere or just a little overextended. You can probably convince me to get into this stock once it starts really in a mature trend. It's not a bad stock. BKR. That BKR is a free stock I gave you guys. And it's a good time to take profit on it. And yes, it's a good stock. And yes, I gave it to you for free on True Trend Pro. Don't say Uncle Roger doesn't take care of you.
There it is, Ken.
TJ Maxx. Nice one, Ken. Nice show. Good job, Ken. Good job. I don't hate this stock, but I don't love this stock. I've got burned a few times on it too. I mean, it's not that bad. It's not that bad, but I'm not very bullish on retail right now. But that's not here nor there. But as far as the chart, I'd like to see it break. You see, it's got this right here. So if I connect these dots, they'll all be a trend. So I like this stock. I don't really hate this stock, but I would like to see it less choppier. And I would like to see it above this level, above 125. Oh, Richard says above 125.18. Yes. Boy, if we hang out a little longer, Richard, we're going to start looking alike. VLO. I didn't see that note. I'm trying to rush through these because I don't have much time left. All right, let's see. 370 people here. No. Right, you got the 200-day right here. Great change of pace, great day. BKR, we already talked about that. Folks, I don't think I have much more time, and I think most of the stocks you guys have asked me for, I've already talked about. Let's see. Cake. That was very interesting, including the one way off making me react the same as you. The constructive criticisms, please surprise us again. You're welcome, Raymond. And again, please don't take it personally if I don't like your stock. I'm just trying to save you money. I'm not telling you I don't like your child. I don't like the stock. Okay, it's not your company. Don't get vested in it. ServiceNow. Ooh, wow, Matt, look at this baby. Wow, that looks good. Well,
Nice.
guess what? I this may be my favorite one today. Who posted this? Farid. That's a beauty right there. Nice stock. I'm familiar with the stock. It trends. Like you could see how well it trends. It trends really well. It moves. I mean, it's got a little gaps, but it's a good stock. It's a good stock. Nice stock. One thing, it's a little steep, which means you may have a little. Let's put it this way. I wouldn't, unless it starts really picking up, I wouldn't stay in it very long for now, but I sure like it. I sure like it, man. I like that stock. Good. People enjoyed this presentation. It was, if you want to watch, I saw it already, Jason. Actually, I'm watching it right now. It's not done yet, but I'm watching Agency. And I like this show on Amazon Prime called On Call. It's by Dick Wolf. It is great. It is addicting. I'm watching that, and I'm watching Breakthrough on Netflix about the second DNA case in, I think it's Switzerland or Amsterdam, somewhere up north. Those are the shows that I'm watching right now. Should you keep Baker for more? It's still moving if you want to hold it. I mean, it's looking bad. It's looking good. Good. People like this. And folks, please, if I was hard on you, it's not because I don't like you. It's just some of the stocks you showed me, I just don't know what to do with them. Calder helpline is great. Thank you, Roger. All right, good feedback today. We went through about 100 stocks, I think. Now, let me go through some on YouTube. I don't want to leave people behind, okay?
It's one.
I don't have a class at 1. I have a class at 2.
Oh, okay, okay.
Can you post the class for my 2 o'clock class?
Yep, yep. I've been posting it.
Yeah, let me take my jacket off. I'm getting a little hot here.
Sure.
Sorry about that. Just needed to take care of a few things here.
Nice, Tracy.
Uh, Now, hopefully, this was beneficial to all of you. Let's see how many. We got 335 in here. Okay, so let me go through the YouTube ones. There's just a few here. I don't want to keep you guys. I don't want to. I don't want to ditch you guys on YouTube. Okay, so let me do this right now. See, Matt, everybody thought I would have to be off here. Pulled a fast one on you, didn't I?
Did.
A little choppy. I like where it's moving right now. I prefer. It's not bad. It's just a little choppy. I like where it is in a positioning perspective. It's a little too choppy. It's a little too choppy for me. Try to find stocks like this, like this. Look, when you zoom out, look for stocks that look like this. Okay. Let me explain to you why. Let's see. Let me explain to you why. How can I explain this to you? Okay. So take a look at this stock, Las Vegas Sands. Okay, has hardly any chop, right? Now, obviously, you would want to short the hell out of this stock if you were to go short the stock. Today, the market's up. China's up like crazy. Look, FXI. Look, let me show you. Right? China's up like crazy. Now, look at Las Vegas Sands. Look at the chart. Forget how much it's up here. Look at the chart. Do you see what happens when a stock isn't too choppy? It tends to stay in, it tends to give you that smoothness. So it doesn't jump up like crazy and then come back down. They tend to give you that smoothness. So even when you're wrong on a position and a position goes against you, it gives you that staying power. The non-chop gives you the staying power. The choppy stock starts going against you much faster and confuses you, and then you start looking at your P&L and it pauses you out. Whereas a stock like this, the market's had several up days in the last couple of weeks, but what has this stock done? It's going straight down. Try to find stocks that are linear like this. They don't have 3 days up, 3 days down, 3 days up, 3 days down. That's what I'm trying to explain. Okay. That's kind of what I'm trying to explain. And if you can understand that concept, your win rate will go from 65, 70% to 75, 85, 90%. You could trust me on that one. So let me continue this. I already talked about Moss, already talked about PayPal, URA. Let's talk about URA. Uranium. Ooh. Fancy. I mean, I don't know what to do with this stock right now. I mean, I understand it's in a downtrend, but it doesn't have it's not, I don't have clarity here. I'm using daily. I'm just using daily. I'm jumping between 9 months and 3 months and 6 months. That's all I'm doing. 91342. I thought so, Jesse, too. And please don't be, if I was critical with your stock, you didn't marry the stock. Maybe I helped you, avoid a trade. I'm just trying to give you my perspective. Remember, I have no vested interest in this. I don't know if you're long or short the stock. What would I do with this stock? DJ, what would I do with Trump's? I mean, this thing is as erratic as Trump. I'm just messing around. Actually, Trump's been behaving himself pretty good this so far, and I like the people he's hiring. So I'm not gonna say anything. But I don't know about this. I mean, the company looks like a whack job. Now that's a stock. Now, so in this case, I love the non choppiness, but I don't like the positioning. Most of the ones you've showed me, I didn't like the most of the ones I said I'm not even going to look at them is I didn't like the chop and it was going against us. In this case, I love the stock. I don't like the chop. I don't like the chop and it's moving higher. The stock would have to break below 467, but this is definitely a stock you want to keep on your radar. Next one, ACHR. Hey, if you guys don't have to be anywhere, I'm hanging out here with you. No, too choppy. Too choppy. Too choppy. Reddit. Let's look at Reddit. We looked at Reddit yet today. It's a good stock. Been choppy lately, but generally speaking, it's not a bad stock. Look at how it moves. It's not a bad stock. It's okay. It's okay. I'd want to see it break out of this range. There's just way too much garbage right here. But overall, this stock can move. It's not a 10. It's more like a 7.5, 8. JBL. JBL was on my list a few weeks ago. That's a nice looking stock. A little overextended, but that's a nice looking stock. Sure don't have a lot of chop here. Good stock. VST. I think I might have already talked about it, but this is one of the biggest gaining stocks last year. Pretty good for a utility stock. Not a bad stock. I think it was on Kane's list. It's not a bad looking stock. Not a bad looking at all. Not a bad looking stock. Let's see. GE. Let's look at GE. GE. I think GE may be coming back. It was the darling right here. Look how this is when we were trading GE right here. So this is good. This is bad. Do you guys see it? I'm showing it to you on the same chart. This is perfect. This is a 10 out of 10 right here. This is shit right here. I'm hoping you guys can understand it in those terms. So when you see this, you're seeing good stuff. When you're seeing this, bad stuff. This is what you want to see. It's actually starting to look good again. It has to get into this gap right here. It's got a little more to go. This will be a great gap fill, about 186-ish. Let's see. WMB, and I think that'll be the last one. WMB. How do you decide to trade stocks and when to trade options? Omar, that's for another day. Oh, that's a nice looking stock. And by the way, I think it was on my list this morning. No, Williams Sonoma. This one was on my list this morning. Williams Sonoma. A little choppy here. But let's look at what was it? It was what was the stock? It was what was it? WMB. That's a nice looking stock. That is a really good trending stock. You get 9.5 out of 10. You're almost at a breakout. That's beautiful. This is beautiful. Who gave me this stock? Richie. That is beautiful. That is a supermodel right here. You got yourself a supermodel right here. And by the way, look at volume picking up. Again, I'm looking for reasons to hate these stocks. I can't find one. I love this stock. Good job, Richie. Good job. All right. I'll have a class in 51 minutes. I hope you guys come. CRM. Actually, I want to look at CRM myself. Last one, CRM. That'll be it. I thought this was a really cool class, and I thought it was nice doing it this way. Usually Salesforce is good. Let's take a look. I mean, it's not a bad trending stock, but lately it's been garbage, and it looks like it's in the dumpster right now. You've got all this to overcome. Talk to me about it when we're back up here, okay? All right. I think you guys learned a lot today, and I highly recommend you watch the replay, and please come. This will be the last time I do my A-line class. Now you should be able to see a very good difference between Kakapupu and supermodels. All right. Mobley. You want me to look at Mobley? I'll look at Mobley. That'll be the last one. Last one, Omar. No. All right. No soup. We'll see you guys later. Bye. Thank you, everybody. Great session. Great session. I love the participation. If you enjoyed it, send me an email and I'll do it again. Bye.
Bye, everyone.